Hey everybody, it's the Lightning Eagle here. Be sure to subscribe and join the flock. I'm gonna have a ton of information for you guys, so be sure to watch till the end so you can get every bit of it. Let's get right into it. So the first thing we have with this new update are 3 new characters that we saw, okay? There are 2 characters that are being announced. It's Albedo and Ganyu. One, Albedo is going to have a Geo-styled, attack. I went over this in the last update. We saw a couple of his move sets. He has a floating flower you can stand on, which is cool, and I think it explodes if you use his Q. It looks like it's going to have an area of effect with geo damage. That's what they said in the live stream. But I'm a little bit more interested in Ganyu. Ganyu has a split shot for her charge bow. That's freaking sick. And she also, she has a hovering flower, but you can't stand on that thing. And it explodes, I think, within an area. So you can just get a ton of cryo damage, which is going to be really nice with these next upcoming artifacts. Stay tuned for that. We have the update time for both of them. Albedo is going to be during the event time, and then Ganyu is going to be in mid-January, which sucks. We're going to want to pull her first, so I'm going to save my pieces up for her. Albedo still looks like he's going to be pretty good if you're going to be running like a Geo set. I'm sure people are going to figure out things about him. Don't fall for leaks and stuff like that. Don't listen to anybody who's like, he's the most broken character in the game. Wait for him to come out. People are going to go over him, and you're going to see people make good builds of him. You're going to make people might say he's terrible. Let's just wait and see. Don't rush to anything. I'm still saving up for Ganyu because I want the waifu, so just keep that in mind. The third character is Rosaria. So she's not going to be a part of the banners, it doesn't look like. I'm not so sure if she's going to be in our current events or she's just going to be a character that is just at the mountain. We know she's going to be a playable character. She is a cryo spear user, I am pretty sure. She's got a great outfit. I know she's going to get a lot of fan art, so they did a cheeky little in one of the angles. Let alone now we have a kind of punk nun character, which is a little interesting there. It's a whole different subject. You can see her staring down Barbara, and she's probably gonna be on the same team as her for me on my team specifically. So it's gonna be interesting to see what kind of effect she has. A cryo spear user sounds ridiculous, since I believe the spear is the fastest weapon in the game. So you're probably going to be able to get a lot of frost damage off. We have no idea about her mechanics. Nothing has come out about her yet. So don't fall for anybody where they're like, oh, I have the leaks. Like, take every leak with a grain of salt. But we do know that she is in here. So that does confirm that much about the leak, that she was a character being worked on and that she is actually here. So that's good. And she's hot. For our second part, there's a lot of new cool environments. I'm not going to go too far on this. Just give it a look. If you're going to go back to the live stream, give some of them a look. I think one of my favorites, like the Starfall Cavern. I think that's one of my favorites. Looking at, and it's really nice how many different environments they got out of a snowy mountain. I'm quite surprised. As well as that, there are going to be a ton of new snow-themed enemies. And when I say some of these look really good, like I think it's the guard, the robotic guard, looks so cool in his ice variation. I think it's my favorite version, and it might be one of my favorite, what would you call them, enemies that have to fight in the game. It looks really, really tight. I'm pretty sure is it the Sicilian? I'm pretty sure there's going to be Rule 34 of the Sicilian, and I'm not. I mean, it's a good thing, but I'm worried about the internet and its purity. Now, also, the Hilker, the giant version, one of them, is now a Yeti. So we have Yetis as well in Genshin Impact, so that's going to be cool. Another new mechanic that has been added into the game, which is really cool, is we're going to have like a new god statue, but instead it's the frost-bearing tree. It's a red tree that you bring. I think it's either going to be crystals. We're gonna figure out what you bring to it. After you level up this one to level 4 and to level 10, you get rewards for both. So with level 4, you get the warming bottle, and this game now has a cooling effect. So people are wondering if getting the warming bottle is going to negate the cryo slow snow hypothermia effect you're going to get through the game. There is now an effect when you're on the mountain that if you're not near fire, if you're not staying warm, you will slowly start to lose health after the meteor goes down. As well as that, you have to be careful not to hop into water or you might freeze faster. That's going to be a thing, so actually pay attention where you're running around in the game. I can't accidentally drown there or I'm double screwed. I drown everywhere in this stupid game. As well as that, we're going to have another reward. So the Frostbearer is a catalyst that you get after you're leveling up to level 10. We're not so sure about the effects yet. I'm pretty sure there's probably leaks for that specifically, so I think you can look that up. We're also going to get a new weapon, looking for dragon teeth around the mountain. That's right, there are dragon teeth around the mountain. So when you collect all the dragon teeth, you get the dragon spine spear. Tell me that doesn't sound anime, by the way. The dragon spine spear. Watch out for the dragon spine spear. We also don't have stats for that, or at least I'm not going to give you any stats. I don't trust the leaks completely, but I'm pretty sure that these things have probably already been data mined, so you can find that for yourself. It's probably going to be on Reddit. It's not going to be that hard. It's going to be a Google search. In order to get to this event, however, it looks like you're going to have to get through Albedo's character story. So that makes me wonder if you're going to have to be at level 30 or I think it's 35 to start the character stories or higher. Hopefully you don't have to be done with all of them, or I'm going to have to run through them, and I'm going to have to edit and record a ton of those things, or we're going to have to live stream it. I might have my first live stream, so ugh. So we're also going to have like just like with the Fault in the Stars, I think that's the name of the event of the last event. I keep questioning that. We're going to have event rewards, so you're going to have crystals like we did in the last one. It's not going to be the same like fight at the bottom of the meteor for like a couple of minutes. I'm not sure how they're going to implement the crystals. I think it's going to be like the Spiral Abyss area, where you're going to be running inside of some, the Spiral Abyss area, and you're going to be fighting mobs, and then you'll be rewarded with crystals. I believe that's how that's going to happen. I'm not sure, so don't hold me on that one. But with that, you're gonna be able to get new character talent awards, some Moira, some crystals. It doesn't look like it's gonna be primo gems, which kind of sucks. But the more that you get through the event story, the more you get to level up the sword you get. It's a cursed dragon sword that Albedo gives us, because I'm pretty sure he didn't have to deal with the curse. He wanted to lay it on us. The two hosts, Ether and Paimon's voice actors, did a really good job playing off each other. I don't play the game in English, so it was kind of weird for me to hear them speak, in English. But I actually enjoyed their banter. In fact, I wish Paimon stayed with her regular voice, like her natural voice. Sounds like it would have played really good for the character, which makes me a little disappointed now that I'm thinking about it. But outside of that, good voice acting, good job to both of them. I thought that was really nice. So now one of the really big things that I want to bring up, because this looks like it's going to be freaking broken, the artifact system now. So, well, not the artifact system, the new artifacts. We have the Blizzard Strayer, which is going to be the new cryo set, and it looks like it's going to be kind of broken. Outside of what people are saying, with leaks and stuff, these ones actually do have stats, both the Hydro set and the cryo set. The cryo set gets 15%, so 15% normal. I think it's the elemental attack damage. So you'll get cryo damage 15%. That's cool, right? No, it's nothing crazy. That's just normal. Now, when you get cryo effect on the on their enemy, they get 20% crit damage up. So whoa, that's cool. All right, but that sounds kind of normal, right? So the best part is, if you freeze them, you get an additional 20%. So you are stacking 40% crit damage on one set when you have all four. This is all four, so you're giving some stuff away. All right, this is all four of it, so it's it's whatever. But if you have like a high crit character or a high crit rate on all these particular artifacts, can you imagine the damage you're gonna do with every crit? That's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. So that's really cool, and you're still getting the 15%. The Hydra one's not as impressive, but it's still pretty good. The Hydra one is 15% for elemental damage still, and then at the same time, you get 30% with all four for normal and crit skills. So we'll see if anybody runs any really interesting ones off of that one. I thought the designs for that one was pretty cool. I don't think it's a bad set. I think it's still a pretty good set. But I wonder how useful that one's going to be compared to the cryo. I feel like cryo is going to be run a lot more. I think people are going to get some ridiculous builds off cryo. So also really cool thing, very cool thing, we're getting pets. So it looks like the pets are going to help you find different types of treasures for the treasure hunting event. They're really cool looking. Like, I love the fact that they're simplistic. I think if they would have went overboard, like a bird, like an alligator or something like that, it would have looked kind of weird and a little janky. I think a lot of games end up trying to do a little too much. So I'm glad they went for the simplistic method of kind of having like a little, I guess like Navi-like creature. following you around. Now, there are going to be 3 different colorations of them. There's going to be a blue one, a yellow one, and a pink one. These ones were also, it said in the trailer, I believe it did say that these aren't final builds yet, so we don't know completely, but they're supposed to help you find treasure. They'll glow or get bigger or whatever else to alert you to when you're near treasure, or it might be just for the treasure hunting event or treasure in general. Not sure yet, but it's gonna be really cool having someone else fly around you that's not just Paimon. I wonder if that's gonna replace her. I wonder if you'll get some character dialogue out of that. That might be really interesting, but keep your eye out for that. So there are 3 different types of events for this one. It's going to be the event regular tab. There's going to be a new boss fight section. So the old square boxes, the old square bosses is what we're gonna call them right now. You guys know what I'm talking about. They all have a set move pattern, and you know, you're kind of used to fighting them already. Now in this new event, we're gonna have a new place where we can fight them, and in the new place you can fight them at, they have new attacks. It was cool seeing them. You can see it in some of the footage here. You can go back to the live stream and go watch it as well. But that way it's going to make the boss fights a little bit more interesting, especially since they're the same bosses. It's going to be cool having new animations. I wonder if after the event's done, they're just going to either have a place there, like in Dragonspine, where you can just keep going back and fighting them, or if they'll update the moves of the ones that are already across the world. So that's an interesting thing to keep in mind. We don't know yet. I know there's also, I think there's another, it looked like there was another frost flower, so I'm not sure. We'll have to go check that out when it comes out. I'm just kind of, going off the cutscenes. We also have the marvelous merchandise trading. So there was a man before I started playing, that it seemed he traded you for certain items, it looks like across the map, for really good items. Like, it looks like he's gonna get primo gems for bringing back stuff that is kind of crappy. So I don't know why he wants it, but hey man, you guys get those trades done. And it also looks like you're gonna be able to trade in other people's worlds to get more rewards from this guy. It looks like he's gonna be in Moonstead, like he's gonna be in the town. I don't know if he's gonna be in Leeway as well. We'll see. I'm sure someone's gonna point it out when we get there. Or if you're already familiar with the event, you probably already know. I don't know, since I jumped on with the Mona. But I'm curious to see if you can. It'd be terrible if you can take awards from your friends. I doubt it. I think you're just gonna be rewarded more for going to other people's worlds. That'd be pretty good. That's a pretty good system to get people to use co-op. I wasn't so interested in using co-op as much, other than maybe like making some meme videos and stuff, or when I start streaming more seriously. That was going to be a nice touch up, but no, now you have an actual reason to go to other people's worlds. Get your primo gems. I don't know how often you're going to be able to do it, so that's going to be the only thing that's going to be matter. So now, also stay around for this. We have a system optimization. The very last one is the best out of this. So the first one, we have the nickname system. So now you can call your friends all the dumb names you wanted to call them. I'm sure you wanted to call them the freaking weebs they are for playing this game, or maybe a lolicon. I don't know. You can you can put it now as their names. I'm not so sure they're gonna let you put inappropriate names like that on there, but you can now nickname your friends, so that's cool. The domains now. One, you can now just restart the domain when you're done with it. You do not have to log out and log back in to get to the stupid domains. I said log out, like you don't have to run back in. Okay, you can just press to restart the freaking domain. Is that not wonderful? It's freaking amazing. That is good game design. Now we just need you to do the 2-factor authentication, and then we'll be good. And also with that as well, you automatically pick up the pieces. So you won't drop any artifacts, because they'll automatically go to you. It has a little preview menu for all the artifacts you got, which is also really good. So you can just click on it, you look at the stuff you got, and then leave. You don't have to waste any time or wondering, did you drop something? You're like, oh, I knew I had a legendary or a rare. What happened to it? Because you didn't pick it up. That's really dumb, especially since we're having to spend resin on it, and resin takes forever to come back. Resin, my brain's. Anyway, so we're gonna have a photo mode. Photo mode's gonna be optimized. You now have a shortcut to photo mode. That's not crazy. And now the best one out of all of this, Ascension materials have now. So you can now see all the Ascension materials you need in a preview menu. And as well with that, every character you get to level 20, 50, or 70 gets a new fate for you. So you can now summon more every time you level up your characters. That is going to be a ridiculous quality of life. Right now, people might only have so many characters. But when this game, because this game's going to be a while. I mean, it's going to be here for a while. I'm pretty sure this game's going to be here for a minute. So we're going to have all of these characters that you have, all this ascensions that you have. Every time you level them up, you're bringing new characters and probably new weapons to your group. This is such a good, for me, quality of life mechanic, I think. I think this is overall going to benefit the game quite a bit. And if you didn't stay to the end, you're going to be, well, if you did stay to the end, you're one of the only people who are going to know about this kind of stuff. You're going to be ahead of your friends with new summons. This is freaking awesome. So that's going to be it, guys. Be sure to subscribe. We're going to have, I'm going to react to the trailers when they come out. My camera equipment might be here too at that time. I don't use my normal camera that I used to use for Arknights because it'll overheat after like 20 minutes, and I need something I can live stream with. So I have like a dummy battery and my Canon camera that I'm gonna set up, and then that way you guys can get my face reactions out of it too. Or if you guys are just like my hearing the sound of my voice, just let me know too. I can just stick with that for a while, and then whatever we're comfortable with, and just have the camera for streaming. But it's gonna be really sick, guys. And be sure to go back to the live stream before 8 o'clock and go get the codes. I didn't want to put them on here because I didn't want them to flag the video. I don't know if they'd be upset about that specifically, but that sounds like something like you're supposed to be watching the live stream. That's why you're being rewarded, you know, those kind of things. But hopefully you enjoyed this. I did just wake up. I'm a little tired. I am talking kind of fast. I'm trying to get this information out there before 1 o'clock. And I'll catch you all later. Peace. Don't leave!